Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me. My name is David Roush. I'm the creator of Go, and I am so excited that you have downloaded the Go Easter lesson for preschoolers. You're going to love it. Your volunteers are going to love it. Your kids are going to love it. And best of all, they're going to learn all about their ever-loving Savior. With that said, let's jump into the Easter lesson so I can show you how it works. The first thing you'll see in the lesson is the title page with the basic lesson info and the schedule. Page 2 has a leader devotional to help your leaders prepare their hearts for the lesson. Then scrolling down on page 3, there's a training tip that helps develop your children's ministry leaders. On the next page, you'll see setup instructions that help you prepare your room ahead of time. Then finally, on page 5, the lesson begins. On this page, we have a fun welcome for the kids. Then we introduce them to the Bible verse and big idea for the day. Now, the big idea is like the main point of the lesson, and it's something the kids are going to hear and say over and over throughout the lesson. That repetition is going to help them remember. Scrolling down, you'll see that we're almost ready for the true Bible story. But before we start, there's a chance to go over the storytime rules. And to help you with the rules, we have Topher the Gopher. Topher is a reoccurring character in the Go lessons, and the preschoolers absolutely love him. You can either play the Storytime Rules video, or if you don't have video capabilities in your room, you can print out and use the Storytime Rules flipbook. Those files, along with any other files, can be found in the resource folder. All right, down below that, there's a fun intro that sets up the Bible story. For this intro, you'll print some large Easter eggs, double-sided, with pictures on the back side. Again, those Easter eggs and pictures can all be found in the resource folder. You'll tape those on the walls all around the room with the Easter egg side showing. Then as the kids find the eggs, you can flip them over, and the pictures on the back will help you introduce the kids to the real reason we celebrate Easter, which, of course, is not the Easter eggs or the candy, but rather it's a celebration that Jesus is alive. At that point, we're ready for the Bible storytelling time. For this Easter lesson, Topher the Gopher has gotten a hold of the Bible story pictures, and he has hidden them somewhere inside of our Bible story drawing. So now the preschoolers have to search through the drawing like a seek and find. So you'll want to print out one copy of the seek and find for each of the kids. And as they find each of the hidden pictures one at a time, the pictures help tell the Bible story. For example, you can see here in the first paragraph, they're looking for a cross. So they'll look all around the drawing until they find it. Oh, look, it's right here. Then they can circle it. And once they do that, you can tell the part of the story that goes along with the cross before moving on to the next hidden picture, which is a tomb. Do that one picture at a time until you get all the way to the end of the Bible story. And here's a little training tip. You might want to ask the preschoolers to flip their seek and finds over when they're not looking for pictures so that it's not a distraction to them. At the end of the story, we suggest you get the kids up and moving for one more song before wrapping up the lesson. And then finally, at the very end, the preschoolers get to do something really fun. They get to wake Topher the Gopher up and tell him the big idea for the day. Just like the Storytime Rules from earlier, we give you a series of videos that you can use for this, or you can print out the flip book and do it that way. And that brings us to the end of the storytelling portion of the lesson. Down below that, you'll now see the small group activities. For every Go preschool lesson, there are a total of 6 activities to choose from. You can pick the ones that work best for you and your kids. The first activity is a playtime activity that you would use at the beginning of the hour before the Bible story as the kids are first arriving to the room. The purpose of this activity is to introduce the kids to the Bible story and big idea for the day. After that, there are 2 application activities. Egg Shakers and Tell a Friend are designed to help the preschoolers apply what they learned during the storytelling time. So during these activities, they play fun games that help them practice telling people that Jesus is alive. Hop to It is an activity that helps the kids memorize the Bible verse for the day. They'll be memorizing Matthew 28:6, which says, "He is not here. He is risen, just as he said he would." Then, scrolling down, you'll see the last three activities. There's a Bible story review activity, a prayer activity, and coloring and snack time activity. Again, you don't have to use all of these activities, but we give you a lot of different options that serve different purposes for you to choose from. Finally, scrolling down, the very last thing you'll see in the lesson is the supply list. These are all the materials for the large group storytelling time. Then down below that are the materials for each of the different small group activities. Well, everybody, that does it for the preschool Easter lesson. I'm praying that God uses this lesson to get your preschoolers excited about telling everyone they know about their risen Savior. If this lesson is helpful to you, you can find even more at gocurriculum.com. In fact, this lesson is a part of a unit called Topher's Easter Seek and Find. If you want all 4 lessons, you can get those for a limited time at 50% off by using the code Easter50 at checkout. In the meantime, thanks for joining me. God bless and have a happy Easter.